Freedom cities, they're like normal cities, but they're free from federal regulation.
What's really interesting about these freedom cities is that they highlight a key belief of a great deal of Silicon Valley executives, guys in tech like Larry Ellison, as well as JD Vance, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, as well as bloggers such as Curtis Yarvin. And it's similar to Ayn Rand's Objectivism, the idea that I am a superior human being because I am validated because I have $1 billion company. Therefore, I need to reach my full potential. But the common people are limiting my full potential. So it's the idea that they are going to deregulate either by eradicating political infrastructure or removing legislation so that they can achieve their full potential. This belief system that like one is genetically superior, therefore they are being held back by everybody else, is also demonstrated in different ways. For instance, some might try to have as many children as possible because they believe that they are genetically superior, therefore they need to reproduce as much as possible in order to benefit the human race. There's other things too. For instance, regarding Silicon Valley tech executives or billionaires in general, is that they will try to reinvent the educational system. So they will try to start a new school with a completely different method of teaching, and usually that school folds within the first few years of its founding. It's ultimately a very silly belief. The idea that you, who are propped up by the common people gave you your wealth by buying your products, by buying your services, by empowering you. The idea that you are inherently superior to them, therefore they are holding you back, is just silly and it's ridiculous. And it's a big critique of mine regarding Ayn Rand because this belief that you can maximize your potential by simply eliminating community fundamentally rejects the very notion of humanity and that we benefit when we all work together. Now, if you want to see a perfect critique of freedom cities or this mentality as a whole, then I'd like to point you to Rapture from the BioShock video game series, because it just summarizes it so perfectly. This idea that we need a city of high achievers so that we can maximize our potential quickly falls apart when you realize that that same city still needs people to clean the toilets, and eventually it just devolves into a city full of addicts. Now, deregulation, specifically as pertaining to the environment and conservation, is a major concern of mine, especially in states like Texas and in the federal government as a whole. However, you need to understand why they are pursuing this, and their mentality is as ridiculous as it sounds. They believe that they are being held back by the same people who are propping them up, and it's ultimately just hubris.